I typed one short message with zero context, and it already knew my industry, my tone, and the exact format I wanted, because I never actually had to explain any of it that day. That's not a lucky guess. That's the difference between using this tool as a search engine and actually setting it up as a system, and almost everyone is stuck doing the first one. It works because ChatGPT isn't just a chat box anymore. It's a stack of separate features built for different kinds of work, and the biggest jump in quality has almost nothing to do with clever wording. It comes from using the right feature for the right task. I only share methods I test myself, so everything in this video came from actually configuring and running these features, not from a generic tips list. Quick ask before we start. Like this video and subscribe. It genuinely helps. Let's start with the mistake almost everyone makes before we even get to the advanced stuff, because fixing this alone changes your results immediately. Most people prompt like they're typing into a search bar, a short phrase, then they wait and hope the answer lands. Here's a real weak example. Write a blog post about how to make money with AI. That leaves ChatGPT guessing who it's writing for, how long it should be, what tone to use, and what level of detail is appropriate. And every one of those guesses pulls the output towards something generic. Compare that to a specific version. Write a beginner-friendly guide explaining how to make money with AI in 2026, aimed at someone with no technical background, around 800 words, practical and encouraging in tone with 3 concrete starting methods. Same underlying request, dramatically different output quality because you removed the guesswork instead of leaving it to chance. As a working structure, include 4 things every time: the role you want it to take on, the actual task, any relevant context about your situation, and the exact format you want the answer delivered in. Numbered instructions consistently outperform the same requirements written as a paragraph because the model follows an explicit list more reliably than instructions buried in flowing prose. And put your most important constraints first, not last, because requirements buried in the middle of a long prompt are the ones most likely to get quietly dropped. That's the sentence-level skill, and it matters, but it's not actually the biggest lever available to you. So let's move to the part almost nobody sets up correctly. There are 3 separate features built specifically to stop you from re-explaining yourself every single conversation, and confusing them is exactly where people waste the most potential. The first is custom instructions, a standing description of your role, your preferences, and your desired tone that applies automatically to every new conversation you start. Think of it as a personal system prompt you set once. The second is memory, which works completely differently. It's not something you write once, it's facts and preferences ChatGPT quietly extracts and retains from your actual conversations over time, evolving as you keep using it. The third is projects, a persistent workspace that holds its own conversations, files, and instructions specific to one ongoing thing: a client account, a book draft, a research thread. So everything inside that project automatically inherits the same context without you repeating it. Here's the simple rule for which one to use when. Custom instructions for a stable identity that basically never changes. Memory for evolving personal context that builds up naturally over weeks or months. And projects for a specific ongoing body of work that deserves its own dedicated space with its own files. Now here's the mistake quietly costs people the most value, and it's the one this entire video is really about.
People start a fresh chat for absolutely everything, re-explaining their role, their preferences, and their project details from scratch every single time, effectively throwing away useful context on every new conversation without realizing it. That habit alone is why so many people feel like ChatGPT gives them generic answers. It's not the model being generic, it's the setup being empty every time you start over. There's a second version of this same mistake that's sneakier, leaving memory switched on for months without ever reviewing what's actually stored in it. Outdated facts sit there quietly and skew future answers. An old job title, a project you finished months ago, a preference you no longer hold, and none of it gets corrected unless you actually go check. The fix for both is simple. Stop defaulting to a blank chat out of habit and periodically open your settings to review exactly what memory has saved about you, deleting anything stale or simply wrong before it keeps shaping answers you don't realize it's influencing. Let's cover one more piece that changes output quality more than most people realize: choosing the right model for the task. The fast, lightweight mode is excellent for quick drafting, summarizing, and casual back and forth, but raising the effort level shifts you to the flagship reasoning mode, which spends meaningfully more computation per response and pulls noticeably ahead on genuine analysis, debugging, math, and structured comparisons. Use a simple mental test. If you'd want a person to stop and actually think before answering, pick the reasoning mode. If you'd want them to just answer quickly without deliberation, the fast mode is the better fit and saves you time waiting on something that didn't need deep thought anyway. Here's the golden tip that ties all of this into an actual repeatable system instead of a list of features you'll forget about in a week. Set up your persistent layer once before you need it, not while you're mid-task and frustrated. Write your custom instructions covering your role and tone, create a project for anything ongoing with real files attached, and let memory build naturally. Then audit it every few weeks like you'd clean out an inbox. Once that foundation exists, even a lazy short prompt lands well, because the model already has the context a fresh account would be missing entirely. And that's the actual gap between someone who feels like ChatGPT is mediocre and someone who's genuinely running it as a working system. I test new AI deals every week. If a new free method comes out, you'll see it here first. One last practical note before you go set any of this up. Feature names and exact settings shift with nearly every release, and what's true about a specific toggle or plan requirement today may already have moved slightly by the time you're watching this. Open your own settings and confirm what's actually available on your current plan before building your entire workflow around a specific feature you saw described somewhere else. In the next video, I'm building one full project setup from a completely empty account live, start to finish, so you can copy the exact structure instead of piecing it together yourself. Subscribing is the only way you'll catch that build before it's finished.